Here is where, in one of these states where it's tied, Wisconsin, how people rate who is better to handle these issues. Biden has the advantage on abortion, health care, and election integrity. Trump has the advantage on foreign policy, economy, and immigration and the border. Kevin, it's a mashup there of things people care about and who they think is better equipped to handle them.
It really is, Shannon. But one of the consistencies you see across the several Fox polls, certainly the polls that we do at Heritage every month, and for that matter, the polls of other outlets, is that the election is going to turn on a couple of issues. It's going to turn on the economy, on which President Biden's performance has been terrible, and it's going to turn on lawlessness, the lawlessness at the southern border and the lawlessness in cities. On those issues, President Trump is widely ahead, but also there's nothing that President Biden is going to do to change his performance on those two things. So I'm very confident about President Trump's ability to win this election. I spoke to him about a week ago. He's not overconfident about this. He's resolved. But ultimately, the American people are saying the following, Shannon, that when they wake up each day, the American dream is slipping away. And when they turn on the news last night and they see that the border is still open and that Democrats are waving the Ukrainian flag when we send $60 billion to protect another country's border, but not our own, President Biden is in deep trouble this election, and he deserves every bit of it.
The Wall Street Journal editorial board talked about this problem and how it's going to be a problem probably through the summer, too. They say liberal and Democrat leaders have tolerated such behavior for too long. The test now is if liberal elites, especially Democratic mayors, have the courage to enforce norms to protect the public, their own cities, and their own nominating convention. Protesters are betting they don't. Kevin, we talked about what this can mean for the conventions during the commercial.
Well, I'm not looking forward to the one that I'm attending. If I'm invited to the other one, I wouldn't look forward to that one either for other reasons. But the point is that anti-Semitism is running rampant. Hate crimes against Jewish Americans are at a 30-year high. For all of us across the political spectrum, from left to right, we ought to find this abhorrent. But as a recovering academic, as you know, Shannon, having led an institution of higher learning, I have seen this societal rot in colleges and universities for a long time. And it isn't just anti-Semitism. It is the long march through the institutions that the radical left has done. And so what we need to recognize as a society, whether it's concerning colleges or the conventions, as you mentioned, is that it's really time for us to stand up, maybe cast our gaze a little bit higher than Washington, D.C. and the policy and politics here, and in our own communities and neighborhoods, get back to getting to know one another, exterminating this hatred, and making sure that we're taking back our institutions.
Well, and on the issue